Hello everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you problem solving and data analysis questions. So as we know, the SAT consists of three main topics and additional topics. But about 90% of these questions asked on the SAT math section are from the three main topics, like I said in the last video. And today we're going to be analyzing and solving some questions about the second topic, which is about 30% of the SAT math section. Moving on, these are two linked questions. One is a graph, one is a more literary question. And let's just read the question. So the context gives us Dakota and Alex works as babysitters. For each babysitting job, Dakota charges $10 per hour plus a flat fee of $5 for travel expenses. Alex charges $8 per hour plus an additional fee of $4 per child. So what I like to do is, before moving on to the question, I just like to see how I could turn these into equations. So let's say H stands for hours and C stands for childs. So Dakota charges $10 per hour, so 10H plus 5. And Alex charges $8 per hour, so 8H, and an additional fee of $4 per child, so 4C. Now, moving on, our question asks us Dakota and Alex have different babysitting jobs where each will be babysitting 4 children for the same amount of time. If they charge the same total amount in dollars for their respective jobs, how many hours will each spend babysitting? So, what we're going to do is we have to first change C with 4. So that gives us 8H plus 16 is equal to 10H plus 5. We subtract 8H from both sides. That gives us 16 equals 2H plus 5. And then we subtract 5 from both sides, and that gives us 11 equals 2H. We divide both sides by 2, and that gives us 5.5. This is the second part of the question, which is a graphical question. And it asks us which graph shows the relationship between the time in hours that Dakota spends babysitting and the amount in dollars Dakota charges for each babysitting job. So, this question is about Dakota, right? And looking back at Dakota's equation, I'm just going to write it again here. D equals 10H plus 5. So, when Dakota doesn't work a single hour, they have to gain $5 because this will turn out to be 0 when 10 times 0 is multiplied, then we get 0. So at 0, at the x value of 0, the y value should be 5. And just by looking at that, we can eliminate 1 and A and D. And let's move on to a more simple value, like 1. So when it is 1, this is 10 times 1 plus 5, which is 15. So our graph has to have the value 1, 15. And looking at our selections, the C choice gives us 1 to 20, which is incorrect. So looking at B, last check, this is 15, 1, and it contains 1 and 15. So the correct answer is B. Moving on to our next question. This is a combination of somewhat algebra and understanding what the question asks us and says. Now let's read the question. A piece of paper is cut 2 times, resulting in 3 smaller pieces of paper of the same shape and size. Then, the 3 smaller pieces are stacked and cut 2 times to form 9 even smaller pieces, each with the same shape and size. This process continues until the pieces of paper are too small to cut. Which of the following functions gives the number of pieces of paper f of c that result after c cuts, where c is an even number? So what I'm going to do is just use the most basic values that I have. So when I cut this piece of paper 2 times, I'm going to have 3 pieces of paper. And when I cut the paper 4 times, I'm going to have 9 pieces of paper. So just by plugging in 2 with C, I get 4/3, which is way too big. 3/5, which is, again, way too big. And looking at these, since I plugged 2, I have to get 3 as a result. So 2/2 as a power of 3, which is 3/1 equals 3. Just to check, so 2/2 plus 1 as a power of 3 is 3/2, which is 9. So our final answer is A. Moving on to our last question for today. The question gives us an equation, which is 11.5x plus 3.5y is equal to 265. A person uses a total of 265 kilocalories while walking and running on a treadmill. Running at a constant rate required 11.5 kilocalories per minute, and walking at a constant rate required 3.5 kilocalories per minute. The relationship between the number of minutes running, x, and the number of minutes walking, y, is given by the equation shown. If this person ran for 20 minutes, how many minutes did this person walk? This is really easy since the question gives us the coefficient of running in terms of calories. So we just multiply 11.5 by 20, which is 230, I think. Let me check. Yeah, this is 230. So 230 plus 3.5y is equal to 265. Subtract 130 from both sides. We get 3.5y is equal to 35. And y is equal to, we just divide both sides by 3.5, which gives us 10. And which also gives us choice D. Okay, so these were all the questions that I had for today. I hope you gained some knowledge and maybe some acknowledgement of some formulas and some thinking that I do while solving the questions. So thank you for watching me and see you next time.